You already know. Period.
All right, guys. Welcome back to Commission Reviews. I just watched the challenge. Let me take a sip. Let's start with I don't like the trivia episodes. For me, this is not going to be a lengthy recap because the trivia episodes have never been a fave of mine. Okay. With that being said, as you can see with the water, yes, they're standing over water, holding each other. And if they get the question, well, they have like, is it 3 strikes, you're out. And on that, when you're out, he pulls that, how TJ loves it. He pulls it and they go 2 separate directions, bam, into the water. It is what it is, right? For me, what I will say is that one thing I like about the challenge, I've never looked at it as it's a racist or anything. I feel like they do things based on talent. What you can do for the game. I've always admired challenge. Hold on, real quick. The views and opinions expressed on this channel are those of this channel and are for entertainment purposes only. Do not try this at home. And don't whine in the comments when you don't like it, because I don't care. So I want to start by saying that I knew Brad was in trouble. The reason why I knew that, let's be clear, Brad and Leroy have been in trouble this whole time. Leroy has been in trouble in a lot of challenge seasons. I'm going to be transparent about that. But Brad had a season where he just won everything. He won first place, da, 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 da. And I think that, he went in thinking, oh, it's going to be a breeze. Now, mind you, I don't think his head was ever in this game. Whatever he has going on at home, I really feel like that was affecting him. It just didn't seem like the Brad that I've seen play this game over and over and over. It just did not seem like the same person. When you go through stuff, you're not gonna be that same person, obviously, right? So it just wasn't there for Brad, in my opinion. Now, I did feel like Leroy came to the game like, look, I'm taking my star. Like I'm gonna come in every day with I'm not playing. I did like the way they strategically chose when they was trying to get the answer to these trivia questions. Like, look, I'm not about to just pick anybody to do this when I don't know what's gonna happen or what questions gonna throw out or if I'm gonna know the answer to these questions. It got down to the wire, and I ain't gonna lie. I thought that Leroy was gonna fall, and I've always said I want to see him win a daily. I want to see him get to the fun final and win or whatever. I've always wanted to see that for him. When he retired, I understood it and I felt it in my gut. The reasons. The reasons. And I knew it. And I agreed with it. So when they came down to the challenge and answering questions, Veronica killed it. Veronica actually, I really forgot how much Veronica has. Like so much talent, and she's smart and she's strategic. I think that the more she came back, the more I'm seeing Veronica. I think when Veronica first came back after the year, she kind of was like, I don't know, I'm trying to find my place. But it's like now, this is Veronica that I'm seeing from way back in the day. So anyway, like I was saying, Veronica and Leroy got down to the wire. They did lose a couple of questions, most of the ones that he answered, but they ended up winning. Now, Brad seemed really angry. I don't know. He wasn't loud with it. He was quiet with it. But when Ace got up and said, when Ace got up and said, Hey, told the story. I think these two soldiers coming back to get their star and all this kind of stuff. And then he said, Brad. Who did he say? Brad and Adam. Because Adam wanted to go in. Brad did not. Brad did not have confidence in himself, and I think he was correct. They had this. He didn't like blow up, but he was mad, right? But he just seemed real down. I feel like that. I felt like Brad just wasn't there. He just seemed so down, and said he was in the game, but he wasn't. You know, that fool said, "I'm gonna take your star." I was like, "Whoa!" So in the end, so this episode really was not. In the end, he ended up losing, and Adam took Ace's star, which I thought was crazy, but I understood it. Ace should have kept his mouth closed. He really should have. And at the end of it, he went home. Yeah, he went home. Anywho, um, I do want to say something. Brad, you shouldn't have gone there. And I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like that you was too focused on whatever was going on at home. You know, a lot of people in this game here, I feel like, are super focused, right? And I just think that right now you should have just stayed home. And and not even it's not even like a bad thing. He just it was nice to see Leroy win, and it was nice to see it. But when TJ asked him, you know, hey, you can come down here and you can win a star, of course, and you know, of course, he would give it to Cam. His response was, "Hell no." It was like, "That looks crazy. It's a video game. You gotta." And I ain't gonna lie, I would have said hell no too, because you gotta look at different on the screen, not screen, on the like board or whatever they have. They have different like, you know, remember when you was a kid, you get to remember certain things up, down, left, right on the controller. So they had it like a bunch up there, and you got to remember. Now, one thing I did that the Ace did that I would have done, I knew good well I could remember 3 or 4 moves. I would have did 1 or 2, and I'd have went slow. 1, 2, go back. Next one, 2, 3. I would have did that all the way to the very end because I wouldn't have made a mistake. Brad went in like you know, all over the place, and he got like almost to the end. And he was like he lost track, messed up, and you had to restart the whole thing. It was just, and then Ace did it all the way to the end. Do, and then very end, his last one, boop, green light, he won. That's exactly how I would have played it. So shout out to Ace on that. But this next episode is gonna be more of a drama episode. Because once again, Cam does want her star, and I don't think nothing's wrong with that. And I'm not liking how Kara trying to block her, which I think is really crazy. You're trying to block her. If you really want a competitor, ma'am, this is my thing, Kara Maria. You came back to battle. You've been gone for a minute. Let's start with that, right? So back in the day, not that long back in the day, before she had the baby, Cam was a contender with a few other ladies. So my thing is, if you want to go against somebody, especially a physical, that's who you go against because she's a beast. She just hasn't really had to show it. And I know she's been doing some stuff, and she, you know, everybody been kind of. I'm not gonna lie, this whole entire season, like everyone been struggling. Some people haven't done this in years. People haven't worked out in years. And I love how they've done that because we're seeing like real people coming back. Now, mind you, if they come back for season 2, I'm sorry, season 4. If they come back for another season, tomorrow everybody's here, man. I know Cam had another baby, but if she actually was like, you know, I don't, because she had a baby recently, so you know, I don't think there's nothing being recorded or nothing like that. But if she had an opportunity to come on another one, I think that she would. Oof. Anyway, we're going to see what's going to happen, y'all. We're going to see what's going to happen, but we all know that the star is the most important thing to get to the finale. Okay. the most important thing. So that being said, this is your you know who I am. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't get it twisted and don't doubt it.